Guys, it's Sarah and I'm here with another page kit, and this one is going to actually be a 4th of July layout, but it's not gonna have a 4th of July color scheme. It's pinks and blues and yellows. That's what's happening here. Um, and that's just because this isn't really like a patriotic type of layout either. The story is not really patriotic, it's just a funny story. Um, so I have my papers here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to be my main background, how I'm going to use some of these. I'm not quite sure yet. I do know that I want to go ahead and have this one as a really large layer, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. I love this notebook paper. I love using either grids or notebook paper as backgrounds because you can just do so much with it and it goes with everything. It's so fantastic. And then I'm going to use the B side of that paper as well in a strip along the bottom. And then I'm going to use this one right here as well. And I had originally pulled it, I think, for the other side, but the words just were going to be way too much. So when I flipped it over, I liked that too. And it goes nicely with the theme of this, which is swimming and, the kids are in the pool and stuff. So it goes nicely. I did cut down my photos to 4x4 instead of 4x6 because they were just a little bit too big. So I'm now into my blue scraps bin, my scraps folder, looking for a good color to map my pictures with. I'm going to end up going with that lighter blue there, but then I see this one, a big strip of this in there, and I was like, ooh, that could work too. And I'm just going to test out a couple things here because I didn't really have any scraps in this page kit, so I wanted to, kind of see what maybe I could use. And I really, really like the way that paper looks on here with everything. So that was nice to kind of add at the last minute. But I'm going to go ahead and map my photos on this aqua cardstock here. And I'm going to mat them separately because I didn't have a big enough piece to mat them together side by side, but that's okay because I'm going to end up staggering them anyway. They're not going to sit straight together. They're going to, one's going to be a little bit higher than the other one. So it works out really, really nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and get my papers completely, cut and kind of where I want them to go and kind of get an idea of what I'm doing here. And I'm going to end up pulling this piece right here, which is from that little folder that I'm trying to work my way through. And so that's going to go really nicely as well. I'm going to go through here and see if there's anything else too. I don't think I add anything else though. Nothing else was really like, gonna work for what I have going on here, but I at least got one strip used, so that's good. And because I have all these patterns happening, I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of them. And I believe I end up using Stormy Sky, which is that one. And I had tried to looked at a couple different colors, but this one was going to be the best one. So I'm going to ink the edges of all the papers, including that one there, and all that. So while I'm doing that, the story behind these pictures is that we went to here we go. My sister's mother-in-law's house. So my sister and then her in-laws. They host 4th of July every year because their house is close enough to the city park where they set off the fireworks for the city. So we are close enough that we can just walk there without having to fight traffic and do any of that kind of thing. So we usually go to their house, have a big cookout, do all that. The kids swim. And then when it's time for the fireworks, we walk over to the park and do that. So we did that. And while the kids were in the pool this year, there were some clouds, definitely. And we were kind of like, ooh, but it started raining while they were in the pool. And it rained for probably 10 minutes. Not a single one of them got out of the pool. As long as there's no lightning, it's fine. And they did not move. They kept swimming. They kind of laughed about it and stuff, but it was like, you're from Florida when the rain doesn't get you out of the pool. As long as there's no lightning, it's perfectly safe. So, and it didn't rain very hard, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was just kind of funny. So my title is going to be Swimming in the Rain because that's what they were doing. And you can't really see the raindrops super great in the pictures. It's hard to photograph rain, but you can see Kaylin with her hands up, kind of feeling it and stuff. So it was funny. But yeah, okay, so I got my pictures down and I'm going to go ahead and pop this piece up on to foam squares here. I'm using a lot of them because this is kind of a bigger piece and I don't want it to like sag anywhere. So I want to have it, you know, it's a lot, but I wanted to make sure it's, you know, not going to start sagging in any places over time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get that right there. And that's a great little connector for everything. This little label here, and I'm going to work on my title. So I'm going to use these glitter thickers for rain, and then I will use some smaller Teresa Collins letter stickers to spell out the rest of it because it's going to be swimming in the rain. So just that one is going to be rain, and then the rest are going to be the Teresa Collins ones. I keep forgetting I have these little teeny tiny alphabets and they're so wonderful. I've gotten so much use out of them. As you can see, some of them are starting to get pretty empty, but so my title there is done. And then I have this paper here. I'm going to cut a couple of these florals and use them as embellishments. They're big florals, but I do like the way that they end up looking, and it has all the colors that I'm looking for here, so it goes really, really nicely with everything. So I'm going to fussy cut out 2 of these flowers here, and then those are going to go nicely around the photo. And then, you know, that this big one right here, it's not really covering anything up in the picture, so I don't mind it kind of overlapping and taking up a little bit of that space. This one I'm tucking under because it is from like the edge of the paper, and if I put that on top, it would have taken up a little bit too much then. So, and then I have a couple of chipboard pieces here to spread around. I think there's only one thing I don't end up using, which is that bingo card. It just wasn't going to go really anywhere we needed it to go. But everything else I ended up using, so it was great. I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive to put down all these little chipboard pieces here, and I will end up doing my journaling as well. I'm going to do that on a piece of cardstock and put it right above the title. And then I have these really large enamel dots to use as well. Those are kind of awkward. They're really large. There's not really like an even number. Well, there's 5 of them total. So usually in enamel dots, you know, you get a little bit more because they're smaller. So it's just a little awkward, but I used them up. So, and I think that might have been the last ones of those that I had from the package I had. So I'm not going to complain, right? And the color's perfect. But I'm doing my journaling here on a little piece of white cardstock from that little bag there. And I'm just writing it onto the square, and then I will cut it down and stick it right above the title. And then that is going to complete it. So I'm pretty sure that's it. Nope, just kidding. Date stamp. So I wanted to date this because it is 4th of July. And I'm using this, I believe this one is from Amy Tangerine. And it says epic on it. I use the word epic and then, you know, July 4th, 2019. So I stamped it and then stamped off a couple times. So it's kind of like an echo. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have some close-ups here coming for you. Please let me know if you guys have any questions at all. And I will see you guys again very soon. Hope you have a great day.